Hello, in today's Sanford Harmony lesson, we are going to focus on empathy. Lesson 2.2 is called Walking in Someone Else's Shoes. Empathy promotes the development and maintenance of positive relationships. To have empathy for others, people must be able to recognize another person's feelings and perspectives and be able to respond in understanding ways. Positive peer relationships also require that students are aware of how their thoughts influence their feelings and behaviors. For instance, people's views about change are associated with how they approach social and academic challenges. People who are entity thinkers tend to believe that personal characteristics, personality traits, abilities are fixed and cannot be changed, whereas those who are incremental thinkers believe that people can make positive changes through effort, the development of new strategies, and persistence. Compared to entity thinkers, people who are incremental thinkers are more likely to use problem-solving strategies, volunteer to help others, and persist when faced with obstacles. Thoughts about stereotypes also have important implications for how people approach personal decisions and interact with others. Stereotypes lead people to make incorrect guesses about others, avoid specific occupational and activity choices, discount possible friendships, distort counter stereotypic information, and perform poorly on stereotype tasks. Becoming aware of stereotypes in the environment promotes critical thinking skills and allows people to avoid the negative consequences of stereotype thinking. Some key concepts that we're going to talk about today is when faced with the same situations, people can feel differently. People often express their feelings through their actions and on their faces and bodies. We are also going to focus on identifying other people's feelings and perspectives, which allows us to understand them and provide support. Why is it important to understand other people's feelings and points of view? We know what they're going through. We know how to support them. People can feel understood. We don't say something to hurt their feelings. We want people to understand us too. We know how to make friends with one another. Give an example of when you felt empathy for someone and how you responded. So here's just an example that I would like to share with you. I remember a time in college when a student was really nervous about giving a speech in front of the class. I knew how she felt. I felt empathy for her because I had been nervous when I gave my speech the day before. I also imagined that she was worried she'd get a bad grade on her speech. So I told her how I coped with feeling nervous and made sure to smile and nod at her while she was presenting. Notice I put myself in her shoes, and I remembered a time I felt the same way, which is showing that I'm caring and showing empathy towards her. Two skills involved in empathy: identifying how someone feels and understanding someone's point of view or what they think. It is very important that you first recognize that how somebody is feeling. Then think to yourself and understand their point of view and what they are thinking. Put yourself in their shoes and think about how that person is feeling. If we have empathy for someone, we respond to that person in an understanding way. Now, here's a relationship showing that the two empathy skills lead to responding in an understanding way. Notice we have identify how someone feels, understand someone's point of view, and respond in an understanding way. They all work hand in hand. So responding in an understanding way happens because you already identified how someone feels and you understand someone's point of view. Identify how someone feels. We can tell how someone feels by their tone of voice, facial expressions, body expressions, and physical actions. These are things that you might want to use as strategies to help you identify how someone feels. It's also important to understand someone's point of view. We can think about how we would feel. We could think about what they might be worried about. And these are things that you can think about to help you better understand someone else's point of view. Respond in an understanding way. So once you did those 2 items to show empathy, it's very important that you respond in an understanding way. You've already put yourself in their shoes. You've thought about how they might feel. Now you respond in an understanding way. We could do something that would make them feel better. What can you do to support this person? That's responding in an understanding way. Now, it is important that we think about these actions and things and ways on how we respond to situations in school or outside of school, especially whenever you are communicating with someone. It's important to always have empathy and show and respond to people in an understanding way. Your task today is to use this information from this video, and you are going to define empathy in your own words. What do you think empathy means? How do you show empathy to other people? And what strategies, what ways can you do to show empathy? Your task is going to be not only to define empathy, but you are also going to complete a Google Forms activity, responding to a few situations and showing that you have an understanding of what empathy is. As always, you can refer back to this video to help you with today's tasks.